Hello, everybody. This is Bill from Billboard Comics, and it's Bill's birthday week! Yay!
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 Uh, if you remember my last haul video, I was going to make the suggestion that because the Yeah Comics back issue sale is going to be so great and going on until November, that for my birthday present, I would possibly be able to maybe partake of that again. My wife generously agreed, right, Jen?
Yep.
And I'm going to try to find out what they have. I don't know how many books he has. It looks on Wednesday he had a whole, looks like nothing was really changed. So he might still have a lot of stuff that had there last time. But I'm going there with a plan. The plan is I'm going to get back issues, but also the complete sets and complete holes, and go smart and go fast and come out there and leave a good looking back issue bin. Come along with me and I'll show you what I get.
Hello!
Hola! Hi, I guess here I finally got everything settled. I'll show you what I got. I got, you can see them on the side here, a whole bunch of stuff that I've already gotten and stuff like this. Two really big stacks. I'm gonna try to go through this as quickly as possible, but efficiently, and hopefully, you'll enjoy what you see. A lot of great stuff. I was telling Mark, the owner of the store, I can't imagine why he has any stock left whatsoever, because he has good quality books. Okay, some of them are not 100% gem mint, but nice quality books for cheap. And granted, we live in an area where cheapness is not an option, not really that main of a concern for it. But nonetheless, I don't think so. But let me start and show you what I got. First of all, starting off with this Big Bang Comics number 0 and number 2. This is the first series. This is the I believe this one was by, I don't know, Caliber or something like this. It wasn't a professional one. It eventually moved over to Image, and this is the one down here that you have there for this Image. For you who do not know, Big Bang Comics was kind of a comic book concern. I think it was done by Gary Carlson, but don't quote me on that. So I'm doing a little maintenance over here, just so I can put the comic books away after I'm done showing them to you. But I digress. By Gary Carlson, who's a kind of a tribute, homage to various eras of comic book history. As you can see, this is like very Silver Agey. And in this one, this is Big Bang number 6. And this is Big Bang number 10, which is a tribute to Frank Miller. And you can see down there, it's already, you get a little homage to it. Crossover Savage Dragon, number 12. Homage to like the Justice League cover where they met the Justice Society. Big Bang Comics, this is number 13. You can see the Go-Go checks. So I dig this. I think this is really, really fun. And now I have almost a complete series. I don't have all of them, but I do have that. I don't find these other places very often, but Mark had the whole run of them, so I was so glad to pick them up. 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 22, 24, 25, and 26. So that's a whole bunch of stuff like that. And like I did pick them up occasionally in the past, just to have them and like stuff like this. So I do have some of that set already. So the ones you didn't see are holes, but I do need now, just instead of like 20 more, I only need 2 more. All right, next up, Blackhawk. I'm trying to get this series best I can, as cheaply as I possibly can. This is the only one he had, 260. So it looks like a Howard Chaykin cover. Funny because this is like way before he actually did a miniseries with Black Hawk in the 80s or 90s, and so it is, you know, kind of interesting to see the guy who actually took over and took it in a new direction, a more mature direction, doing a cover for it back when it was just basically all ages kind of action thing. So there we go. Next up, we have Catwoman. First series. This is the first miniseries that came out a little bit after Batman Year One. This is the new look Catwoman, instead of being like the sultry one with the long dress and stuff like this. She's an woman of the night. Let me just put that there. I don't know how, you know, it works with kind of like getting demonetization, so I don't want to say what she was in the thing, but you know, she is, of course, in this one. But this is her first miniseries, her first series ever. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Complete set right off the bat. So this, yes, it's a complete set. Yeah, you can. Yeah, for this set, you're not gonna get a lot, but you can get it every so often. Again, it's not so great because I see here it's like up here. It's a little. If you could, I don't know if it focuses, but it's a little scruffed up there. It did have a price of $5, which means I got it for $2. It is what it is, you know. That's probably going to be Reader. I always wanted to read that, but since we're on the topic of Catwoman, we got something from the second series. This is the Jim Balent one. Catwoman 31. 91. Hope I didn't give you a whiplash from that jump in numbers. Number 2. 92, I should say. 93. 94, which is the final issue. I got a whole bunch of Catwomans when I went to Terrificon from Erod, and he had a whole bunch in his dollar bins. So I filled up a whole bunch of holes in there. So like, this is I take pride in having a series that I let life follow for a long time. I picked like the first 6 or 7 issues off when they were published back in the 90s. So, but then I like dropped it and then didn't come back to it. And I've been trying to fill it here and there with dollar bins, and then just to have something that's been gone and not looked at that long, and all of a sudden you're in shooting distance of having a complete set. This is not a complete set. I think I need like 2 or 3 more issues, but I'm close to it. So that makes me feel happy, and I'm glad about that. So hopefully you could share the birthday joy with me at least a little bit. And also got the Catwoman annual number 3. This is the Legends of the Dead Earth version. This is where all the annuals for the year for every title had alternate kind of like future of like people in the future telling the stories of the DC Universe characters through the fractured prism of the years and years of time. So it's kind of like, you know how like, you know, you'll have like George Washington say he chopped down a cherry tree, but there's no actual proof of that. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like wives' tales and stuff like this. So it's a pretty interesting concept. So yes. All right, next up, we are going the indie route because I've been trying to get this too. I've always been into this series, and now I've seen it in dollar bins or in sales for this. This is mostly our dollar, and so on and so forth. It is Dark Horse Presents, of course. This is where, you know, Sin City debuted, and you can see like your Trekker and Bacchus and Argosy and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's very historical, I think, from the aspect of like the properties that made their way into it. It's an anthology, and I love anthologies because you get, if you don't like one story, just turn the page a couple times and you can actually go into the next one. This is number 40, 45, 55, 57, which is a John Byrne cover, at least, I think that is at least. And this is John Byrne, but it's a tribute, of course, to Daredevil number 1. I think this might be the first appearance of the new Next Men, John Byrne's creator-owned property that he did for Dark Horse. Then we have number, what is this? Number 50. number 58. You can see Sin City right there. Of course, you can't miss Marv's profile here. This is 60, 61, and 72, it looks like. Next one is one I was excited for. Not all of these are from the sale. I didn't get mad discounts on it, but I did get discounts on a lot of them. So the discount, to repeat again, in case you don't know or you didn't know, it was anything that was $1 to $3 was $1. Anything $4 to $6 was $2. Anything $7 to $10 was $3. And anything 10 and above was it was a kind of like the price that was, because they're usually higher keys and stuff like this. So this, but I was there a couple weeks ago. I got like the first, say, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the Eternals, and I was thinking, okay, well, eventually I'll pick the rest of them up and stuff like this. But hey, I got the sale here, so I got the $10 book for $3. You can't really beat that. So going through, got Eternals 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and annual number 1. That means the only thing I need now to complete my set of the Jack Kirby run on the Eternals is number 1. I dig that. I also got 2 issues of the follow-up miniseries, number 2 and number 3. I have a couple issues already, but I need actually more of this than I need of that. Probably easier to get these. So, all right, next up, Superman presents the Krypton Chronicles. This is an early miniseries of DC Comics. I like the trade dress. I like the way they had this. They would change this in a couple years later to having issue 2 of 3. So, like, I like, if you follow any of the guidelines things, I like to be informed of like how many issues am I getting in my miniseries, if it's going to be a miniseries or anything like that. And this is probably what set this off there, because it's very good telling this. I do have, I think, 2 and 4. So to get completes, I need number 1, number 3. So here's number 1, and here's number 3. So that means it's a complete set. Yay! Also got an issue of Magnus, the Robot Fighter. It is number 60. I only need a couple left. But see, the funny thing about Valiant, like everybody, the common misconception about Valiant is that all the Valiant books are just kind of like, lame and dollar bin fodder. Some of them are incredibly rare. This one isn't. This is $3. I got it for $1. But I was looking for XO Metaphor. He has like number 1, but number 1 is $25, and number 2 is also $25. So it's like, I had a budget, and that would eat up a lot of the budget, and I already ate the budget some other times here. But just when you think about buying Valiant, don't a lot of stuff you get like for $1, if not 50 cents, really cheap. But then if you want to complete the set, the last couple issues would cost you an arm and a leg. That's the heartbreak of Valiant Comics. Also got Namor. This is from the Bill Jemas era of Marvel Comics, where they're throwing anything up on this the wall and see if it sticks. This is, I believe, the tales of a teenage Namor. I have everyone except for 1 and 2. I have number 1. I did not get number 2. He did not number 2, but I'm down to 1 issue for this series. This one I'm really psyched about. This was not, you don't see a price on it, because he just got the collection in as I was there, and he was processing it. And I saw it, and I went, ooh, do you have Rachel Rising number 31 and number 32? And it goes, yes. because I'm a big Terry Moore fan, and as everybody should be. If you haven't tried him out yet, and you're thinking like, everybody says he's good, maybe give him a shot. If my opinion means anything to you, yes, you should. He is awesome. He is a great storyteller, a beautiful artist. You can tell like the art on the cover. It's really great. And he has a really big shared universe, but you don't need to actually know everything to enjoy this series. This is a more horror kind of like tinged story. He goes from like spies to superheroes to everything like this in this universe. So it's you know, if you want to do a deep dive, you could go in there and swim for days and be entertained and stuff like that. But for some reason, like I don't know what happened. Maybe like I had like maybe it's like my daughter was born or something like I just kind of like missed a whole chunk of Rachel Rising, and I needed just 2 books to complete the set, 31 and 32. And luckily, I got them when I was there, and I got them immediately as I got them. They're $4 a piece, and I got 10% off them. But they were like I got a complete set. So yeah, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is another complete set. Yes. All right. Next up is now this one. I don't know. I only need I'm missing 2 issues of Saga. I had it on my pull list, and like I kind of think of like when I kind of like moved away from Mark and went back to Mark. Somehow some fell off. This one I don't know if I just didn't get it or I got it and I didn't list it. I mean, it's only $3, so it's only $1. So I decided to take a chance if I do need it, and it is not, you know, missing or like I have like I only spent $1, so that's no big deal. However, if I do need it, I got it for $1, so that's great. I only need 53 after this, so and have a complete run of Saga as long as they keep on making it. Great series. My wife also loves this series, so this is one that we could share as a family. So, the family that shares together stays together. Next up is Sea Guy #1. This is Grant Morrison Vertigo title with Cameron Stewart. It's kind of like a superhero tale, but it's weird and wacky, as most Grant Morrison stuff is. I have it was a 3-issue miniseries. I got issue 2 and 3 for the longest time. I didn't realize he had 1 there, but it's only $3, so I got it for $1. So yet another complete set. Ah! Yes. I appreciate your patience with that design. If you don't like it, you can always say something in the comments for it, and I will try to dial it back, or say anything in the comments. Do you like my haul? Do you want to go to there? It's going on to November 26th, the sale, and he still has plenty of stuff there. The thing is, like with me being a collector for 40 years, there's a lot of stuff that I already have. So there's a lot of stuff that I just left behind. It is a really good time, so you could go there. But if you want to like discuss the haul or anything like that, put it in the comments. Also, like and if you liked it, if you make it through this thing, like, subscribe, because I do haul videos every so often. This is my birthday week. I might have another one coming at the end of the week. My birthday's when I'm recording this a week from today, so this is the beginning of my birthday week haul. So it's I'm a man who believes in celebrating his birthday for as long as he could possibly get away with, and every year I get older, it shrinks considerably. So, but nonetheless, this of course is, if you saw any of my other haul videos, I'm trying to get a complete set of all the cross-gen series. My wife actually likes this series too. This is a big. My wife was not with me. She dropped me off. She had to do something with our daughter, so she left me to my own devices. She just said, "Here's the amount of money you can spend. Go to town." So I went to town. But she likes this series, and I like it too. But I got, I put it in a lot of holes. I think I'm still missing 1 or 2, maybe 3 issues for this series. But the good thing about this, it's you'll get a whole big swath of it all at one time, and not have to worry about it. So Soldier #1, and I have 2 and 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 17, 21, 22. And this is the one that Greg Land ripped off from a famous Sports Illustrated model kind of feature kind of thing from the swimsuit issue. So, yes, you could probably do 15 different kind of like videos just about Greg Land and his artwork. Looks pretty, but and then you realize like he's copied a lot of it, and a lot of it's from, you know, naughty bits. So if you know, you know, and Google will help you out with that if you need to. Going back to the counting down, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. I think 34 is the final issue. Most of the cross-gen final issues were 42 pages. This might, I don't know if it started later or had problems with being late or delayed or whatever, but I think this is the final issue. Like I said, I've most of them and working on getting a full set of all of them, so yes. Next up, another indie. And you can see there's a bunch of them. Star Slayer. This is, again, if you have been following this channel and my haul videos and stuff, you'll know that I have been a big fan of like Pacific Comics and First Comics and their titles. I grew up seeing them and I thought they were really interesting, and either I didn't have money for them at the time, or they were like really, you know, maybe too mature. And as part of my kind of like capturing my things from my youth and nostalgia and everything, I'm trying to collect these as much as possible. I have, I think, 2 issues of this, but after this I have a whole bunch. This is another one a number of them I have. As you can see at the top, there's $15, so I had to pay 10% off that, so I paid like $13.50 for it. Still, it's a deal, because as a subscriber I get 10% off anything in the store, practically. So I got that there, but I got there's some other ones in here that I have that were higher ticket that I got. But nonetheless, let's go through it and show you what I have. Number 1. Number 3. Number 2 is, I believe, is the first appearance of the Rocketeer in comic books. It's a big key, it's a major key. It's probably worth like more than his entire stack altogether, even before the discount. So yeah, so that's the only one I need out of this, so I'll show you the rest of them now. Number 4, number 5, number 6. I just love it. It's like a space pirate kind of thing, a swashbuckling thing. Like, how can you not like that? And it's Mike Grell, who did the Warlord and Green Arrow. So I already have number 7, so this is number 8. Number 9. Number 10, this is known I did there. $25 for this one. This is the first appearance of Grimjack, the character, who I almost have a complete set as well. He was the first guy. If you notice, this like started off as with PC, which is Pacific Comics. A lot of like the stuff that came from First came from other publishers. Nexus, and I said like the last haul video, Nexus and Badger started off at Capital Comics and moved over, and this started off at Pacific Comics and came over. I think they basically First was the kind of like way station for people who started other places, create their own projects, where they could end up so keep their series going. It happened a lot. They do have some homegrown stuff, like I think American Flag started and ended at First, but you know what I mean. So here, this is number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, number 15. I have number 16, so here's number 17, number 18. And I showed these out to my wife beforehand. My wife says like, wow, this guy doesn't really know whether he wants to have a shirt on or not. I don't think she's wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments. Number 19. 20. This looks like Tim Truman artwork. Number 21. 22. 23. 24. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and the final issue, 34. So like I said, now I have all a complete set except for number 2. And like the same thing with the Eternals. Number 2 will probably be the most expensive out of all of them. More expensive than all the ones put together. Same thing with Eternals number 1. It's probably going to be more expensive than what I paid for all the rest of the issues. But at least now I have targets next time I go to a convention. Like if I want to get a big key, I could actually, go for one of those 2. So, all right, this one I think is another complete set. I believe so. I think I got all these. This is the Rebirth era edition volume of Suicide Squad, number 1, and this came out after the movie, so you could notice like the team is kind of like made up of people who appeared in the movie. You can see Killer Croc and Captain Boomerang and Katana and Deadshot there. Number 2, number 8, number 10, number 16, number 19, 22, 24, 25, 42, 43, 44, 45, 47, and this is a gold kind of thing. This was $4 originally and then $2 to buy it. 48, 50, and annual number 1. I like all the ones that you see that might be holes in there. I have already. I have them already. They're all kind of like already in. Like I got them in like either. I think I got number 1 in a value pack I got off of Five Below, and I put it in the database and it looks like it's an original, like not a reprint. It's an original thing I got like 6 or 7 years ago, before they actually did the whole reprint things for Five Below. So I got that. I got a whole bunch of other stuff like dollar bins or mystery boxes or stuff like that. So I like the Suicide Squad. I like to get all of them. I have a complete set of first series. I think a complete set of second series. So I'm just trying to fill in the rest of them and like try to get them all done and like have if I get a complete set of one series, any future volume I also want to get. So it's a sickness. It is. It is. Everybody should know that already. All right. So here's something that I completely picked up, completely new. If you have followed my Growing Up Comic Books sub-feature of this channel, and why haven't you, if you haven't, a lot of good stuff there, a lot of great stuff there. My trip through memory lane, and you might find something you remember too. I did a whole segment devoted to the 4 main team-up books and how much I loved them and how I loved collecting them and picking them up, and why, as me growing up kind of poor, it was kind of a way of me to actually getting a whole bunch of characters all at once and trying out different concepts and characters that I normally wouldn't have. You come for the Batman, you stay for the Mr. Miracle or Phantom Stranger or whatever. This is another kind of team-up book. This came out around the same time, I think, as the Superman Family. But this is Super Team Family. It's, as you can see, it's a big honking book. It's 50 center back in the 70s. But this had a sort of, I think it's an anthology, and then eventually moved on to a team-up book, as you'll see later on. But he had a whole bunch there, and I have a big head start in getting this set too. Starting with number 1, number 2. This one I didn't realize when I picked it up. It was like $5 originally, so that made $2 there. But if you can see right there, there's a big hunk taken out of there. Like, I mean, it's still holding on by the skin of its teeth. I'm afraid to almost take it out. But it's, yeah, there's a hole in it. I didn't realize it when I got it. But, it's $2, so, it'd probably be worth more than that. Let's see here. We're up to number 3. Number 4. Jumping to number 9. Number 10. Number 14, and you can see here, it's like now a team-up book between people who, like, random ones. and it's no longer a giant, I think, or maybe it is. It's 60 cents. So around this time, that would be a big thing. But you have stories featuring all those guys, and this is number 15. So Flash and the New Gods teaming up. I thought it was interesting. So, and I think that might have been the last issue. It didn't run for long. It went for like just a little over a year. So another one I'm trying to pick up is Supervillain Team Up. I got one issue already. I think I ordered it off of John Polizzo's on Whatnot. However, I'm going to try to get the complete set. The one I got off there was like one I remember picking up at the newsstand as a kid back when it first came out back in the 70s. So, again, call me Captain Nostalgia. I'll pick up anything that I have from when I was a kid. But this is another one that I got, and for $3 because it was numbered $10, and it's very fine. So you can't really beat that. Next up, I've been wanting to get a start on this series for a long time because I have like a complete sets of the series that came after this, including like the Saga, the Swamp Thing, and I don't have the Tefe Holland one that I think Brian K. Vaughan wrote, but I have everything else besides that. It's Swamp Thing. Now this is the first one of the original Swamp Thing series that I have. $7 to get. It was like fine, very fine, as they said there. You can see like up there, it's a little marking about the condition. It's a final issue, but as Confucius says, a collection of 24 issues starts with one single issue. So I already have one in here, so now I could start trying to pick up more, and I could get as cheap as $3. I'll try to pick up even more of that. Maybe next time I go to New York Comic Con and Victory Comics Store, I'll go to the Swamp Thing area and see if they have anything there. Probably not gonna get them all for that price, but hope springs in eternal. Or in Turtles if you're John Bowman. Alright. Okay, next up. Mark has all his Spider-Man books. Except for Marvel Team Up. Marvel Tales, for some reason. Because it's a reprint book. I don't know what that means. Or maybe he's just joking around with me, and I just took it seriously. Whatever. He has all his Spider-Man books in one area. And I'm trying to collect a set of this, like the Ultimate Spider-Man. And I made a mistake. I'm going to have to give him some money when I go back there. I thought all of these were $3 because a whole swath of them are $3. Some of them are not. So I'm going to have to make note and make a list and give him the extra money for it next time I see him. I apologize if you're watching this, Mark. I don't think you are. I don't think you watch these things. If you do, I thank you. Like, subscribe, share. And everybody else could do that too. But yeah, I kind of had a brain for it. I thought okay, well, I went through and I got all the stuff I needed, put it aside, and then went on to the next title, and didn't realize that I was being an idiot. A lot of stuff is me finding out I'm an idiot after the fact. But nonetheless, here we go. Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, number 16, number 18, number 19, number 20. Number 21, number 22, number 23, number 24, number 25, number 26, number 27, number 28, number 29, number 30, number 31, number 32, number 34, and this is one that went out from $3. So this is $5 one. This is another $5 one, 36. 37 is $8. Another $5 one, 38. Then we're back to the $3 ones, 39. 40. 41. And 42. So let's do a quick calculation on this in my head. So I can have this as a physical record. Let's see here. I paid $1 for each of these. So 3 should have been $2. So I owe $3 and this one should have been $3. So I owe him an extra $5. So you might think, what's the big deal? Number one, I like to keep on going there, and I don't want to, be the kind of guy. And like my parents, I grew up kind of poor, Trailer Park Trash, y'all, representing. But my parents said one thing: don't steal. If you can't afford it, save up for it, but don't take somebody else's stuff, even if you can't pay for it. Don't use it as a justification. And that stuck with me for my entire life. I'm going to be 54 in about a week, and it's still with me. And that weighs on my kind of psyche. It was, so I'm going to have to give him an extra $5. Like I'll maybe text him or email him after this. So yeah, don't be like me. Don't rip off the people you like. All right, next up is another Ultimate title, Ultimate X-Men. This one is much closer to being finished. I think I only need one more for this one. This is not a complete set, but it's pretty darn close. And I'm, really, really happy to get that close. It is number 49, number 53, number 76, number 94, and number 96. I think I need like number 98, and I think I'm pretty much well on my way to actually having a complete set. I remember when those Ultimate books were like the hottest thing ever, and everything was like, $10 books left and right. I'm finding them a lot in like dollar bins and 50-cent bins and stuff like that, which I think is completely awesome. And so I'm able to get them. I have them in trade paperback, but I like the individual issues too, because I'm just that kind of a weirdo kind of guy. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the heck am I doing here? I don't belong here. All right. Thank you, Mr. Head, Radiohead. All right. X-Men Unlimited. This is the one I bought like one issue of back when it first came out, like back in the 90s. And I didn't get it for a long time. It's sat fallow in my collection. And now I'm trying to okay, well, I could find it in like dollar bins or cheap sales like this and be able to fill in the holes and try to get a complete set. This is not complete set yet. I need like 2 or 3 more issues, but I'm getting there. But like I said, a journey of a complete set starts with buying one issue. This is number 9. For you youngins out there who don't remember like this era of Marvel, I think it was like the mid 90s, late 90s, they had they did something where they just put the number on the UPC symbol down there, which sucks because most of the time you're going flipping through, all you see is that. So you have to pull everything all the way out to find out what number it is. Thankfully it didn't last very long, but for as long as it lasted, it was like infuriating. So bumping up to number 22, number 23. This is another anthology. It had different artists writing. As you can see, this one here, it had Vaughan. So I think that's Brian K. Vaughan, or Vaughn. I don't know how you pronounce that. But, pretty big writers doing the take on X-Men before they actually either took over the title or went on to bigger things elsewhere. So that's what I like about these kind of anthologies. You could get real good stories out of them from people before they were famous. So here's number 23, number 27, number 30, a nice Beatles homage, number 32, number 33, number 34, number 35, and number 37. And that does it for my first week of opening week of my birthday week haul from Allied Comics. To be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go back there before the sales. I think it's the 26th. It's the last day before Thanksgiving. Maybe I think that might be that. And after that, they're going to have like a Black Friday sale, and also going to have another vendor sale they had before. If you saw some of the other haul videos, I went to a couple of those in the past. So it's going on for another time. I don't think I'm going to be able to partake in this again, at least not in the way that I have in the last 2 weeks, because I do have a family that needs to eat food, and you know, have clothes and, you know, do stuff and, you know. So, but if I make it back, I'm gonna try to get more stuff. My wife goes like, because like it's kind of funny because like she gave me there like she had to go there. My daughter's apartment was going to take about 2 hours, so I had 2 hours to go shopping, and I had a certain amount. It was like I'll just say it was $200, and I was there for like it was like got there way early because I want to get there like sooner rather than later because I didn't want to wait too long, you know, FOMO and all that. So I got there, started shopping, and even before she got into the appointment, which was like 1 o'clock, I think I got there at like noon or 12:30. I already blew past the $200, which of course because I got like the $25 and $15 and $12 Star Slayer books. So I called her back and said, "Hey, I'm gonna be there. Like, you know, just check and see if like is she in the appointment yet? Yeah, she's in the appointment. Hold on there. You have another $100 to do that." So I got that and got all these books for $300, which is pretty cool, and it's way cheaper than that. Come close to, I had completed a couple of sets, come close to completing a couple more, and they talked to my hands. But yeah, so I'm very psyched about that. Books from like the 70s all the way to present day. I could, but she said there's like well, do you have there's enough books for you to pick up there if I gave you an extra? Like, you could give me $10,000, I could probably do shopping there. There's so much selection. There's so many books. It's crazy. It's insane. And you know, if you're within the sound of my voice, I mean, you don't know where I'm at right now, but if let me rephrase that in something more intelligent. If you're in the greater New York metropolitan region, if you're within a train ride of Westchester County or Harrison, New York, and you love comic books and love getting great comic books cheap, check this sale out. It is amazing. It is great, and he's doing it to make room for other collections he got in. I heard him talking. I think he has 2 collections already that he's getting in the next couple of days or a couple week or two, and he needs to make more room for that. So, any amount of money you could spend there, and go there and get good books and help out a man to get even more comic books in, which is great for me and everybody else who goes there. Do it. I would say that it is a amazing, 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 amazing sale, and you should really take advantage of that. All right, that's it. Again, let me know what you think of the haul. Which books are your favorites? Which books are you saying like, huh? You know, what ones would you have gotten if you were there? If, like I said last time in the last haul video, if there's a particular title you're looking for, and I've flipped through most of them. If I found it, I say like, yeah, there's plenty of those there, so you might be able to find something there. Let me know in the comments. I'll try to answer that as best as I can. Like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. It really helps out the channel. And yeah, thank you very much. And if you made it this far, thank you very much, and I appreciate that. And let me close off by saying, as I always do, keep on collecting.